rule of 3 is what it usually takes to get into an anime. So let's see. Is this wacky new Sentai series worth a watch? Let's find out. Kezza-henshin. In episode 1, we get this lovely beginning with Jin running and finding a peach with a baby in it. Honestly, great start. We have this great intro and I love it. This may be controversial, but I prefer the Japanese openings rather than the boring American openings. Sorry, but this one gave me chills. We then meet the characters. We get introduced to Haruka, a manga genius who has an unfortunate taxi ride where her taxi driver turns into a demon monster thing. Traumatizing. And is saved by a motorcyclist who destroys the monster before giving a flower to Haruka and leaving. But wait, isn't he like one of the villains? She starts to believe that superheroes are real. We see that her friends at school are very supportive, except for one who is being possessed by whatever that is. Haruka is then chosen by an annoying pop-up ad as 3 eyes confirm a win. Definitely. Looks like some eyes have gone through one too many all-nighters, and I should know. And then we get introduced to, I guess, a digital realm when things start to glow. And some cool-ass glasses materialize out of nowhere. We have this hilarious moment when everyone sees her fall, but no one helps her get up. She looks around embarrassed and realizes that this world looks different, warped. And then she sees that thing. What is that? But there's also Kaito. Not really important. From here on out, we see some great world building as weird shapes in the sky pop up, doors that go to random places, and with the glasses, we see weird minion people everywhere. Even celebrities. We get this great chase scene when suddenly a gun appears in front of her and she transforms into Oni's sister. And I've never been more hyped for the first battle scene. She is now the Yellow Ranger and easily evades all the enemies in this cool sequence and finally gets away. We finally see our hero, a delivery boy? He asks for a signature from a messy man who he could see is struggling. Our delivery boy cleans his room and writes victory on a piece of paper for him, and suddenly he's motivated. I want this kind of motivation. What is this power? I need it! From here on out, Haruka gets some bad luck in return. Her manga is cancelled due to plagiarism, her reputation is ruined, and her boyfriend is apparently a mummy's boy. Great. She throws her glasses away thinking that they have caused her misfortune, and as they just swing around and go straight back into her face, she flops through the door and appears in a virtual prison with Jin in it. We find out more about this Momoi Taro Haruka must find. With a newfound motivation to prove her innocence, she goes to seek him out, bumping into said person, but due to his quirky behavior, she finds him creepy and walks away to continue her search, assuming that her hero from the other night is the hero she seeks. Why do we always assume? Yoppie between all of this has been causing issues, picking fights in a cafeteria and more, looking for stronger opponents. Haruka transforms into Oni's sister and just pops into the fight. Interesting fight mechanics, and she sees Yoppie turn into a monster. I think I need a kick counter. Her hero appears and she rushes to his feet in a football slide, I guess, swearing her loyalty, and he just kicks her out the way. First of all, rude. Second of all, he transforms and easily defeats him, but destroys Yoppie with no mercy, which angers Haruka. Then a random businessman appears. Again, assuming that this is her Momoi Taro, she swears loyalty to this man and is wrong. Again. He transforms into the Pink Ranger, Kiji brother. This transformation sequence is wild, and he's so tall. The CG is a bit scuffed, but can we forgive it? Let's see. Talking about being wild, everything from here on is just nuts. I had to just kind of sit back and experience it. We have an outrageous entrance from the Red Ranger Don Mamataro. The fight sequence was insane. They turn into Zenkaiser. Makes me think of Gokaiger, and I'm kind of a fan, so good start. And the wildness does not stop there. The music was great. And then we get the Megazord big boy fight. Oh, and Zenkaiser Black was there as well, I guess. Are we not going to discuss this? The CGI was so good. The fight was intense, but he had to ruin it with that weird, obnoxious laugh, didn't he? And after all of this, she was so quick to say everyone else is Taro. But when Red is literally right in front of her, she is in denial. Perfect. Zenkaiser just leaves with a coin or medallion? Interesting. And the team just all peace out and Haruka is left alone, worrying about Yoppie's end. And before she can even pick up his racket, she disappears too. That's just cruel. She pushes her bike down the river and is wondering where her Momoi Taro is. Oh, sorry, her Taro is. Oh, forget it. And then we go into episode 2. In this next episode, we start to understand our ages a bit more. We get some backstory on Kiji brother, Inu brother, and Saru brother. Chiyoshi Kijino talks about how he's just average until he became the Pink Ranger, but he's married and maybe abuses his power a bit for love. Saru brother, Sonichi Saruhara, talks about how money has many negative and evil attachments, so he can't pay for his coffee because he has no money at all, but recites a haiku instead to pay for it. How does this work? Is he crying? And finally we find out Inazuka is on the run from the police who want to arrest him for a crime he never committed. We do learn a bit more about Taro. He gives great fortune and can indeed not lie. His superiors try to explain how you don't have to be so downright honest. Then the worst possible thing happens. She asks how old he thinks she looks, and he is honest. What else did we expect? But this sets us up for the episode. While she is upset, she gets possessed. Great. Nice going, Taro. And this continues throughout the whole episode. Sanae, the old lady, gets younger and younger and keeps asking Taro what age she looks like each time. And being the little bean we have known him to be from the beginning, still says 68. Haruka goes to find Taro, misses him again, and instead finds another mysterious man with a massive spear, and again assumes it's Momoitaro. Gosh dang it, this is like the mum from Phineas and Ferb. She walks into Sanae and ends up calling her ma'am, which just makes things worse. Sanae goes mad and turns into a train monster. Haruka transforms and goes to help, not long before the blue motorcyclist rides into the scene, stating how Sanae is hideous from her greed. Haruka, not wanting another death like Yoppie to happen, tries to protect Sanae. The man with the spear appears and Haruka again slides to his feet, stating her loyalty, but surprise, surprise, he is not Taro, but an ally of the blue guy, whose name is Sonoi, and the other's name, Sonoza. Sonoza transforms and starts to attack Oni sister. Kiji brother and Inu brother appear to help, fighting while Oni sister just watches on in confusion of the powers they possess. Taro appears again in a flourish and takes them all on. Again, the battle is just kind of complex, so I enjoy the feast of CGI effects, which is kind of ironic because the CGI for the Pink Ranger and the Black Ranger is kind of scuffed still. Like, with the Kamen Rider double tactic transferring his soul into a smaller mini warrior, leaving his body defenseless. Sanae is soon to be defeated by what I can only describe as a light show. Big boy time! Sanae has now become a demonic-looking ghost train which looks so cool like Tokyuja. Ah, I see. And the battle ends again in a very chaotic way, and again Zenkaiser Black is there to collect a train Sentai coin. Is this?
This is big brain time.
After the battle, Sanae and the team are sat around again eating lunch, and she asks how old does she look to Taro, and he again answers 68, but continues to say that she looks full of energy. Aww. I love how Haruka is again denying Red Ranger as the leader she is looking for, which I find hilarious. But what a random group of rangers we have. Episode 3. We start this episode with Professor's or Hakusei's quirkiness. Great. And you have to add to this by saying a really, really long word that nobody understands what it means. Thank you, Professor. Saying it again won't help me! We see how he became Saru brother, and it is so ironic. He avoids money and phones, but he finds someone else's phone and that's his downfall. There's a theme here. Nothing but trouble seems to follow once the glasses have been bestowed. We see Haruka trying to motivate herself to write another manga when Taro comes knocking with the delivery. Haruka pays for the package, and when her aunt asks her to do some dishes, she replies that she is working on her new manga. And we can see this brilliant representation of an adult and a child when a parent says something condescending and the child replies with a retort that would probably get them grounded. Realizing Taro is still there, asks if he's going to stand there or do the dishes, and he complies. What are we gonna do with you? He gets accused as a thief by the auntie who apologizes for randomly handcuffing him and explains that she is a policewoman trying to catch a thief called the Black Bear. Haruka then asks Taro if he has ever delivered to a man called Momoitaro. Because he can't lie, and in truth, he's never delivered to himself. He says no. This is funny, but I want her to know it's him soon, or this is just another miraculous ladybug all over again. She decides that she's going to join him on his deliveries so she can find this mysterious Momoitaro herself, and he agrees, and determined to find this person, she sets off with Taro, asking their customers if they know him, as well as Taro also asking about the Black Bear thief. The two of them together are a bit too Sherlock Holmesy and overwhelming to say the least. The duo leave just before we meet this episode's villain, who just wants pure darkness, and a woman in white talks to him about his desires. Back to deliveries, we see some nice people, not so nice people, some people who deserve nothing more than the painful burning pits of hell. Oh, sorry. Continuing with more deliveries, Haruka recognizes the professor while he theorizes about the culprit's true intentions and reasonings. Little does Haruka know, she has actually been hit by the culprit, and upon returning home, in the dark finds Momotaro's name tag. She has finally found out, confronting him the next day, which he just agrees to. In fairness, she didn't actually ask. Car chase time! Leaving his body flopped in the driver's seat, Philip style, he goes after the black bear thief, and with the Tokyuja coin, bursting a tire which causes him to crash in a bush. With no other way out, the bear thief decides to transform into his monster form. Taro transforms, and Haruka's speculations are now confirmed. He's so extra, but I kinda like that for this character. Kiji brother, Ina brother, and Saru brother eventually pop up, all transformed, and what a bunch of quirky boys they are. One is too small for the screen, one is too tall for the screen, and the other is just too fluffy and confused. A bit like a rabbit in headlights, but monkey. They start to fight, and Oni sister realizes their band of rangers now has a gorilla. Monkey in it. I love these little inserts with her. They're great. It's actually really nice to see her perspective of all this madness. The white woman appears again, commenting on how cute the man's greedy form looks, and she transforms into a form like Sonoi and Sonoza. And oh my gosh, I actually love her transformation. Okay, I know I did a smash or pass for villains, but come on. The Rangers finish off the minions, and as Momotaro is about to defeat the Black Bear, the attack gets stopped by the new villain, who then continues to delete her past obsession. We see the master in the cafe confused as to what happened, and we see the Lupin Ranger coin. What could this mean? Fueled with revenge for the once human delivery man, Don Momotaro announces she will pay, but before he can, she leaves. Oni sister, now seeing Momotaro's truth, goes to pledge her loyalty to him, but he kicks her too. Seriously, what number kick is this now? Honestly, I love this. What a great start to a season. I am actually really hyped for this one. I want to know more about the world we're in, the way that the real world and the digital world connect, and the general look of this Sentai season, with the colors and the festival vibes. It's so captivating. Also, the powers are interesting, as well as the comedy is on point, bringing back old jokes in hilarious ways. And I even have some theories. Wanna hear them? No? Oh. Well, I'm gonna tell you anyway. Well, this is more confirmed, but the monsters are based on past Super Sentai seasons, and the medallions or coins we get after each battle is what Kaito is possibly looking for or gathering. We could also use the coins for our heroes afterwards. Another thought is that, is this world a simulation? I know it sounds stupid, but digital world, characters we have met before seemingly different, and maybe a glitch to save the past Sentai from? There just seems to be so many instances where things happen or are made to happen. For example, Haruka's manga book being plagiarized all of a sudden, and Taro. This also kind of leads to it being a simulation or a game with a glitch or an aim to accomplish. He appears as a peach, but from a crack in the sky, but now he is making connections like collecting NPCs and gathering friendship levels and learning the world around him, like in episode 2 where he states Sanae looks 68, but by the end of the episode he has learned to say that she is 68, but she seems full of life and happy, showing he is learning about the world around him. Maybe a learning NPC or a program? Not too sure yet. And how Taro's good fortune helps his customers, but his team loses fortune. Like he sucks the fortune out of his followers and passes it on to his customers in need. Hence why the manga got plagiarized. Or Inazuka's being chased for a crime he never committed? Did I just work it out? Finally finishing off my theories, Kaito, how he's just kind of like this godly figure. And no one really mentions him or knows why he's there or know that he's helping? Finishing this video off, I just want to say I actually love this. Definitely worth the watch after these 3 episodes. I cannot lie and say I wasn't a bit nervous about this Sentai. It has a wildly new way of doing things, which I sometimes noticed but didn't really care too much after episode 2. They made a risky move with this, but I can't be more hyped. And I haven't been this excited for a Sentai or Power Rangers in years. I'm genuinely and happily surprised. I will continue watching this season, and I recommend you do too. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments down below, and I'll do more episode analysis if you guys are interested. Thank you for listening, and here are all my socials as per usual, and thanks for listening. Kezza-henshin. Matane.
Gotta sing over this for copyright. Gotta sing over this for copyright. Gotta sing over this for copyright. Dun 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 dun. Yeah.